Someone who lives in a home, and someone comes from out, saying to the one who lives here, go away. This home is mine. My father's, grandfather, great-grandfather. Go away. It's my home. Maybe he's correct. Maybe he's wrong. The international law and the international ethics say very simple. Do you have a document that this home is your family's, belongs to your family? 1936 till 1939, there were riots here in what the British Mandate called Palestine. They didn't call it Eretz Israel. Medinat Israel didn't exist yet. 36, 39. The land of Israel was under the control of the British Mandate. And there were riots. Jews couldn't go from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. They were attacked. The buses were attacked by bullets, not only stones, bullets. It was a danger to go to Jerusalem. The British government understood that they must do something. How to solve this issue called Palestine? Jews against Arabs, Arabs against the Jews. And the British authorities suffered of this. What to do? They sent an investigation committee called the Committee of Peel. Peel is a name of a lord in the House of Lords in England, United Kingdom. He was the head of the delegation. Only British politicians and lawyers, judges, how to solve the problem of Palestine. Give your recommendations to the government of England. They were sitting in Jerusalem, in the same house where the Supreme Court used to sit, called it Migrash Harusim, place of Jerusalem. It's between the old and the new city. And they sit there like a court. There was a pulpit like this. On the pulpit there were 3 books. The Bible, Lahavdil, the New Testament, and the Quran, the Islamic fundamental book. Every one of the witnesses who came to speak to the Peel Committee had to put his hand on his book, according to his religion, and to swear or declare at least that he will say the truth like in a court. For the Jews was the Bible, for the Christians, the British mainly. The New Testament and the Quran for the Islamic. Ben Gurion was the head of the Jewish agency. He was the leader of the people before the state was established. He wasn't one of the first witnesses, because he spent in France a few months to arrange equipment, weapon, military instruments for he saw in his very eyes that it will be an independence war because the Arab neighbors will not enable a Jewish state in the Middle East. We were 500,000, the whole population, the Jewish population in Israel at that time. Less than 500,000 in 36. But he hoped that we are on a way to have a Jewish state, an independent state. But the neighbors opposed it. Jordanian, mainly the Egyptian and the Syrian, the Lebanese, Iraq and Iran, Saudi Arabia and the Yemen. 7 Arab countries against Israel. So he went to France and he bought weapons underground. This was his duty at the time. He arrived in Israel only in 1937. before the Peel Committee ended its investigations. He was called to give his testimony. 4 hours. 4 hours, a speech that Ben Gurion gave, the right of the Jewish people to have this homeland. This is our old, new homeland. And this is ours, and it belongs to us. It's our under possession. And he spoke full of enthusiasm and full of mainly biblical resources to say, this is ours. When he finished his speech, there were no cellular telephones at the time, 37, almost 80 years ago. The journalists, the radio speakers, went out. There were 3 cabins, public telephones. They stood in a line to give to the editorials what were the main points that Ben Gurion made in his historic speech. After he finished his speech, time for investigation. Lord Peel, Mr. Ben Gurion, may I ask you a personal question? Ben Gurion, of course. Lord Peel, where were you born, Mr. Ben Gurion? Ben Gurion, in Plonsk. Lord Peel, where is it, Plonsk? In Poland. In Poland. After a while, Lord Peel whispering to the microphone, but everyone should know, a very strange phenomenon. All the Arab leaders, the Palestinians, who came to our committee were born here in Palestine, such as Nusayba, Nashashibi, Husseini, and Altal. And most of the Jewish witnesses were not born here, like you. Poland, Russia, Lithuania, Galicia, Hungary, Romania, mainly east of Europe. Mr. Ben Gurion, I want to ask you, someone who lives in a home, maybe even born in that home, and someone comes from out, saying to the one who lives here, go away. This home is mine. My father's, grandfather, great-grandfather. Go away. It's my home. Maybe he is correct. Maybe he's wrong. The international law and the international ethics say very simply, do you have a document that this home is your family's, belongs to your family? Here in Israel, we call this document Kushan. It's a Turkish name. Before the Great Britain, before the English Mandate, 30 years from 1917 to 37, 400 years it was under the control of Turkey, Ottomanish. And many words we have like Kushan. This is the document. Tabu is the office where you registrate real estate possessions. It's written in the tabu. You go to an office called tabu, all Turkish words. So Lord Peel used this Turkish word and said, Mr. Ben Gurion, do you have a kushan, a document, that this home, Palestine, belongs to your people, to you? Spontaneously, this is the story I have heard, Ben Gurion lifted up the Bible from his pulpit and said, of course, we have a kushan. This is our kushan, Lord Peel, the Bible. The Bible said that Lord Almighty have promised this land to Abraham, our ancient father, and then to the second patriarch Isaac, and then to Jacob. And this is undoubtedly that we are the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. This Kushan, the Bible, is more known than every document from a taboo from an office here and there. This is our Kushan, Lord.
The Rohr Jewish Learning Institute has the largest collection of Jewish media online. Hit subscribe for more.